Hello everyone, welcome back. So now we'll go for discussing about the concept of ledgers. So already in the previous videos we have seen how to prepare the journal entries and how to write the compounded journal entries. Both we have seen in the previous videos. So now we will go for discussing about the concept of ledgers. So in preparation of financial statements, once the journal entries has been completed, then we will go for preparing the ledger accounts. So ledger accounts indicates for classification, means number of accounts present under the journal entries. For each and every account we will go for making the separate ledger account. So we will be having debit side as well as the credit side. So here ledger account is said as the summary of a particular person, a particular asset or particular expense. Whatever may be the type of account, either it may be related to person or it may be related to expenses or it may be related to assets. So particular information related to that particular account, we'll go for making the separate account as the ledger account. So we are saying it as the classification. So whatever the accounts, different types of accounts, for example in journal entries, we have completed the journal entries. In journal entries, if you are having 12 different types of accounts, so here in ledgers you have to go for preparing 12 different types of ledger accounts, because we are having different 12 accounts in the ledger journals. So different ledger accounts should be shown in the books of accounts. So a ledger is a summary statement related to information related to particular person or particular asset, or it may be related to particular expense. So that is the ledger account. So here you can see the format of ledger, that is pro forma. So this is how we will go for maintaining the accounts, ledger accounts. So on debit side and credit side we will be having 4 columns, that is date, particulars, LF stands for ledger folio, and amount columns. The same 4 columns will also present on the credit side also. So but this is the format which will go for following for the preparation of ledger account. So here on the name, on the above the ledger accounts, we will go for making the name of the account and we will go for recording the details of particular account. So for example, if you are preparing cash account, so as a ledger account, so now you will go for recording the transactions, ledger accounts. In ledger account, in journals, number of cash transactions, cash accounts you are having, all those cash accounts will be brought together and we will go for recording under the ledger accounts. So that is the process which will follow under the ledger accounts. So here you will get the clear picture of a particular account. So whether we are having debit balance more or credit balance more. So in preparation of journals, we will not have the clarity related to a particular account. So according to double entry system, for each and every transaction we will go for making 2 entries, that is debit entry and credit entry in the case of journals. But if you want to know what is the debit balance and what is the credit balance of particular account, that is not possible in case of the journal entries. So we will go for preparing the ledger accounts, where on both the sides credit entries and debit entries are recorded separately. So here we can come to know what is the total debit amount and what is the total credit amount. Based on that we can say that whether we are having the debit balance more or credit balance more. So for that purpose we will go for classifying the number of accounts in journals, and for each and every type of account we will go for preparing the ledger accounts. So this is the pro forma which will go for following the preparation of ledger accounts. Under date column we will go for recording the date of entry. Particulars we will go for writing the name of the account. LF stands for ledger folio. As in the journals we have seen LF. Sorry, here it is JF. In ledger journals we will be having LF, that is ledger folio. Here in ledgers we will be having JF, journal folio. So whatever the account you are writing here, so the same account will be present in ledgers, journals also. So the page number of this account in journal books, that will go for writing as the journal folio, and in the amount column will go for writing the amount, particular amount. So this is the format which will go for having the preparation of the ledger accounts. So there are certain rules for posting the journal entries into ledgers. The first and foremost rule is we should have a separate account. Means whatever, as till now I told, so whatever the number of in journals, different types of accounts, whatever we will be having, for each and every type of account you should go for maintaining the separate account. So ledger accounts will go for maintaining the separate accounts. And the second one, use of words to and by. Means, so here we will go for using the words to and by as the prefixes for the name of the account. So when you are recording entry on the debit side, so you will go for writing the to before the entry. When you are recording the entry on debit credit side, so then you will go for writing by as the prefix of the name of the account. So that is also one of the conditions. So to and by, these two words should be used as the prefixes of the accounts. When you are writing on debit side, use to as the prefix. When you are writing on credit side, use by as the prefix in before the name of the particular entry. So that is the second one. And third one is balancing the ledger account. So once all the entries, so here I am taking the example of cash account. Once all the transactions, that is all the entries of cash account has been recorded on both debit and credit side. Now there is no any cash account entries in the journals. So now what we have to do? You have to go for balancing, totaling of both debit side and credit side. So whatever the amount you will get, so you have to go for totaling on debit side as well as the credit side. So once the totaling has been completed, then you have to see whether the credit amount and debit amount has been balanced or not. So it is not balanced means then on which side we are having the shortage of amount, and that side will go for writing as the balance carried down. For example, so here I am going for writing, so 5,000, 6,000, 1,000 rupees. So now the total becomes 12,000. On credit side I am taking 2,000, 3,000 and 1,000. So here the total become 6,000. So now on debit side we are having 12,000, on credit side we are having only 6,000. So now there is a shortage of amount on the credit side. In such cases we will go for writing it as the by balance carried down. Whatever the shortage we are having, that we will go for writing. So here we are having 6,000, here total is 12,000. So the balance will be 6,000 and we will go for making the balance. So that means, so whenever you are having shortage amount on any side, either it may be credit side or debit side. So if you are having shortage of amount, that amount can be written as the balance carried down. So that is carried down amount. So whatever the shortage you are having, that should be written as the carried down amount. So at the end of the month, so 31st 12 2021. So at the end of financial year, you will go for writing it as the balance carried down. So now whatever the balance carried down you are writing, so the same carried down amount will be written on the opposite side. So to balance brought down. So that is 6,000 will go for writing here also. So means whenever you are having the shortage of amount on any one side at the end of the ledger account, then that should be written as the carried down amount. So the amount will be carried down for making the balance on both the sides. So the date we will write it as the end of the month or end of the financial year. So whatever the carried down you are writing, the same amount you will write on the opposite side as the brought down amount at the next time period. So that is 1/4/21. So here carried down amount we are writing for 31st 12/21. So for the next month, that is next financial year, 1/4/21, we will go for writing as the to balance brought down 6,000. The same carried down amount will be written as the brought down amount. So this is the conditions. compulsorily whenever you are writing carried down amount, you should write the balance brought down on the opposite side. So here carried down we are having on credit side, so we are writing brought down on debit side. If you are having carried down on debit side, then we'll brought down and written as the credit side. So these are all the various rules which will follow for the preparation of the ledger accounts. That means a separate account should be maintained, and you should go for writing the to and by as the prefixes of both the accounts, and you should have the balancing of the account. Both debit and credit balances should be equal. If they are not equal, then we will go for making the balance by writing the difference amount as the carried down amount at the end of the time period, and the same carried down amount will be taken as the brought down amount for the next time period. So this is all the regarding the ledger and the format of the ledger accounts. So in the next we will go for seeing how to prepare the ledger accounts. So let us see how to prepare the ledger accounts. So already in the previous video we have seen how to what is the format of ledger accounts and what is the meaning of ledger accounts. So here we will see how to post the journal entries into the ledger accounts. So here just I am giving an example how to prepare the ledger accounts. So here are some of the journal entries. So on 1st January 2021 we are having cash account debitor to capital account. So being capital invested into business, amount is 5,000. And on 5th January 21 we are having purchase account debitor to cash account. And on 8th January 21 cash account to sales account. And we are having 10th January 21 salaries account to cash account. So here I have taken 4 journal entries to explain how to prepare the ledger accounts. So with these, so as we told that ledger accounts are classifications, where whatever the number of accounts we are having, so many ledger accounts we have to go for preparing. So here we are having cash account, capital account, purchases, sales and salaries. So totally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different types of accounts you are having. So now you have to go for preparing 5 different ledger accounts for each and every type of account. So here I am going to show only cash account, how the journal entries to be posted into the ledger accounts. Here I am going to show the only cash account. So if I am preparing cash account, so I have to go for taking the journal entries which are related to the cash account. So first transaction we are having cash account debitor to capital account. So here cash account is involved. So this journal entry should be posted into the ledger account. So now how this entry should be posted into the ledger accounts. So means, so here cash account, we are preparing cash account, right? So the cash account out of 2 entries, so the cash account to be ignored. The opposite entry whatever we are having, that should be recorded under the ledger accounts. Means whatever the ledger account you are preparing, out of 2 journal entries, the prepared ledger account will be ignored and the opposite entry will be considered to be posted in the ledger account. So here you are preparing cash account. So in this transaction you are having cash account and capital account. So we are preparing cash account. So this cash account will be ignored and the opposite capital account will be considered, and this capital account will be recorded under the ledger account. How this should be recorded here? So here the cash account is in debit side. So the opposite transaction will be recorded under the debit side of ledger account. Means the cash account debitor, it means the cash account is debited. So the capital account is credited. So while preparing ledger accounts, the account which you are having, if the account is in debit side of journal entries, the opposite transaction should be recorded on the debit side of that particular ledger account. So here we are preparing cash account, and in the journal entries cash account is in debit side. So the opposite entry, that is capital account, should be recorded on the debit side of the cash account. So that is on 1/1/2021. So we'll go for writing it as the to capital account. So in the amount column we'll go for writing amount 5,000. So like this we have to go for entering the journal entries into the ledger accounts. Means whatever the account you are preparing, that particular account should be ignored and the opposite entry to be recorded under the ledger accounts. Again, in the next transaction, that is on 5th January 21, we are having purchases account debitor to cash account. So here the cash account is on credit side. So this cash account, already here we are preparing cash account itself. So ignore the cash account which is present on the credit side. So the opposite entry, that is purchases, should be recorded under the ledger account of cash account. So now, so here the cash account is present on credit side. So the opposite transaction, that is the purchases account, should be recorded on the credit side of cash account. That is date is 5/1/21. So cash account is credit side. So opposite entry by purchases account. So amount 2,000. So like this we have to go for preparing the ledger accounts. Means whatever the particular account you are preparing, ignore that account and the opposite entry should be recorded under the ledger accounts of that particular account. And in the third transaction, that is on 8/1/2021, cash account debitor to sales account. Again the cash account is on debit side and the sales account is on credit side. So we are preparing cash account. So we will ignore cash and we will record sales. So cash account is in debit side, so the sales account will be recorded on debit side. That is on 8/1/21 to sales account. And the amount is 3,000. And the next journal entry is salaries account to cash account. Again here the cash account is on credit side. So the salaries account will be recorded on the credit side. That is on 10/1/21 by salaries. Account amount is 500. So now among all the journal entry, so we have recorded all the cash entries. So we are not having any more cash entries. Now the next step is to go for balancing on both the sides. So make the balances. So now on debit side 5,000 plus 3,000 you are having total as 8,000. But on credit side you are having 2,000 plus 500, 2,500. So 8,000 on debit side. But we are having shortage amount on the credit side. We are having only 2,500. So at the end of the month, that is 31/1/2021. So we will go for writing the shortage amount as the by balance carried down. So what will be the shortage amount? It will be 5,500 will be the shortage amount and the total will become 8,000. So this is the we have to go for balancing the ledger accounts. Now we are again having one more condition, that is whatever the carried down amount we are having, that should be written as the brought down on the opposite side for the next time period. Here the date we are closing at 31st/1. So 1/2/2021 we have to write it as the to balance brought down the same 5,500. So this is how we will go for preparing the ledger accounts. So for whatever the account you are preparing, for that particular account, ignore that account in the journal entry and the opposite entry will be considered and that should be recorded under the ledger accounts of that particular books. So this is how we will go for posting the journal entries into the ledger accounts. So